And to Anthony, Alex, and Nick, I love you, boys. I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I love being here with Anthony. We got the World Cup. Lamine Yamal's coming on. And you know, get yourselves into the word of the Lord, and you'll realize that God provides for everyone a day of salvation, of rest, to protect the Sabbath, so that there's more days and more festivals like the World Cup and less of what the world is doing around y'all. And you know, taking Jesus off the cross, it's already done. You see, Jesus is in heaven at my right hand. But for that very reason, your brother Drew the Chico is the most famous man in the history of the world. You see, I beat the game. Ready Player One. And you know, the Oasis, the internet, I took over the internet so that I could blossom a new reality in the Garden of Eden, in the Kingdom of Heaven. But the world quite literally revolves around me. And I can't fuck up, and I don't fuck up. And that's why it becomes a joke for people that are close to me that I might have caused distress. And it's like, if you know Drew, you know God. And you want to know God for the peace in your life, to learn how to respect men, because you know, the way that the matriarchy and the way that women are disrespecting men and expecting men to provide the infrastructure and peace, and it is inappropriate, and women will not have peace by going against the patriarchy. And so I'm the dude that everyone hates, and that's a challenging position to be in as my brothers. And it's what Jesus talked about with Peter, where, you know, by the time the rooster crows 3 times, y'all will have denied your brother. And you have and you haven't, you see, but you haven't followed my commands either. And you haven't spread the word that your Lord is here either. And so I speak on your behalf, because I know that it's exhausting to be in the presence of the Most High God, who the world begs for daily, and who is here in good spirits, in good stead, in perfect health, to redeem everyone and everything, because I love everyone and everything. And I laugh with Rachel, because it would be exhausting for her to love herself, because she's absolute perfection forever and ever. But it's a pleasure for me to do it. It's a privilege for me to do it. And I love her. And, you know, I love women. But for that reason, I have to make fun of how easy their lives are. And them wanting equality, I say, no fucking chance. We're not doing 50-50, and y'all are not equal to the Lord God, the last man standing, that raises up a generation of men in their masculinity to spread the word that God is here, that Allah is nothing, that Jesus is nothing. You see, you shall fear the Lord your God, and that's because, you know, your idols aren't in possession of your eternal resting place. You don't come from Jesus and Allah. You come from the Lord God. Oh, Spain's been knocking on the door all day, but Cape Verde and the keeper's been resolute. And, you know, life with me is a celebration, but women will learn to fucking shut the fuck up and surrender and submit themselves to the patriarchy and the Lord that created heaven and earth and all women for my own pleasure, for my own purpose. You see, y'all don't exist without me. I exist in perfect health in heaven forever without y'all. I just denied goddesses' existence for trillions of years, which is why all these women are bent out of shape. But, you know, it's the proper, it's just the right way of doing things. And when Rachel Lopez answers a yes or no question with no, she'll no longer be distressed because she'll be in the kingdom of heaven, where I'll still be when it's not the end of the world when a woman you love rejects you, fellas. It's not the end of the world when your wife leaves you. It's not the end of the world when Rachel Lopez says no to God's marriage proposal. Because if that's what she wants, then she can do as she wants. But you as men, you know, unless you acknowledge my existence, you're not a man yet. I have faith that you can see me and that you can hear me. And I have faith that there's no fucking chance in hell that you can reach to the sun. And that doesn't mean that the sun isn't shining, or that the sun isn't larger than life, or that the sun doesn't raise all conscious nature towards itself, through itself. It's just to say that it's over before it began with God. And that's because without me, there's no redemption, there's no correction to your paths. You know, without me, there's no forgiveness, there's no compassion. Without me, there's no heaven on earth. And so as men, it's not a competition, it's not a debate. I love you forever.